After months of preparation and sailing more than 1,700 nautical miles from North Wales to Pesito Blanco, Laurence and his rival 38, Iola, are more than halfway across another voyage of nearly 3,000 miles.
Sorry, those big waves.
Life on the ocean.
Sailing east from the southern tip of Gran Canaria to the northern tip of St. Lucia on the edge of the Caribbean Sea, the crossing should take 3 weeks to complete. We settled into a routine after being at sea for 2 weeks, and now we aimed to reach our destination before Christmas.
Maybe 6 or 7 days left.
Yeah, I probably would do this trip again, you know.
Okay, Jemima, you ready to go? I start pulling in on your feet, Jonathan. Onto that U-boat, and then the hook just goes over the spinnaker sheet. That's alright. I had it rigged further forward last time. I'll come and get the line that I use.
What's your name?
Salty sea badger.
Salty Sea Badger. Where are you from?
From Somerset, the smuggling capital of the UK.
Where are you now?
I don't know. There are no landmarks available. Somewhere in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean is what I understand.
What's the most exciting thing that's happened in the last 2 weeks?
I don't want to say the dolphins because I think that's cliche.
Is that the first time you've seen dolphins?
Yeah.
Actually at sea?
Yeah, for sure.
Where are you going?
To seek my fortune.
What are you going to do in the Caribbean?
I don't know yet, but definitely enjoy myself.
Where do you want to work? What do you want to do?
I don't know. You know, maybe. Well, I reckon probably firstly get some sort of like hostessy, maybe deckhand kind of mashup job. That's probably the best thing to do for me, is to work towards working with food at sea. And I worked for 3 months in Greece on a boat, which is sort of like, well, that's the catalyst of why I'm here. So yeah, that was really lush. Learned a lot of stuff. But I'm learning more here on this boat, about sailing anyway, for sure, than I ever did in Greece. Because this is like real sailing. That was sort of, you know, tourist sailing.
And what's been the hardest thing on this trip so far?
What, apart from putting up with you guys? Like the being deprived of sleep all the time. No, not really because of the watches, because once you're up, you're up. Getting up is just like the same wherever you go, but like not being able to get sleep, you know, when you're, because the boat's like spinning around, and oh yeah, like that wave yesterday. I mean, even if I had been asleep in bed when that wave came over and then got my bed soaked, so you know, even if you get to sleep, it's just not going to be for very long.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a certain amount of noise to be expected. That's okay, but all the various things that are like banging and clanking into each other, and that's the most challenging thing. Because when I get tired, I get grumpy, and then everything is challenging if I'm grumpy. just don't speak to me in the first half hour
Not
that I'm
until,
awake.
not until you've had your 5th coffee. Did you enjoy the swim?
Yeah, I did. Although a bit of me was like, I felt a bit scared that like the sharks were going to come in. No, the scariest moment was when the first time the weather kicked off, and I was like, oh my god, what am I doing here? I don't know what I'm doing. I hope these guys know what they're doing. And yeah, that was scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all good now because I know more about how the boat works and like how it deals with the weather and like the hydro vane and what to do.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. I want to.
Does it feel scary when you're up at the front of the mast, or does it feel safe?
No, it's good. It's fun. It's exhilarating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting towards Christmas, but it doesn't feel like it's getting towards Christmas.
No, yeah, this is the least Christmassy I've ever felt. Yeah, wild. But it's like sun cream every day now. I definitely wish I brought like fewer clothes. I don't need them. Like I'm hoping that it's just as soon as I get there, like I meet a crew of like super cool people, or just one or two, and they're like, oh hey, you're a traveller, you're so cool. Like come and like spend Christmas with us.
Yeah.
So hopefully that will happen. I mean, if this was a movie, that's what would happen. It's sea badger, salty sea badger.
Salty sea badger.
Want some?
Do I want some? Yeah.
Little bits of fresh sushi.
Catching and preparing fish for dinner is an exciting but now familiar event, enhancing our day and bringing a welcome focus
A bit weird.
away from sea and sky. Although progress overnight was slow, after 16 full nights and days of non-stop sailing, Iola had travelled 2,192 nautical miles, averaging a speed of 5.7 knots, and now some signs of wear and tear started to appear. Sunday morning proper coffee. Day 18. Rock and roll all night. I was on watch at midnight. Jemima's on watch from 4 till 8, and I'm about to go on watch. Life on board Iola. Very relaxed.
Yeah, very sedentary.
Preparing lunch. How's the afternoon watch going, Jemima?
We're safe. Don't worry. There's nothing, no peril at hand.
Rainbow. Been washing up with salt water, and I've never had this problem before. The skin on the end of my fingers has been coming off.
Okay, I'm just going to fire a few questions at you and
Yep.
see what comes to mind.
Laurence. Originally from Bolton, near Manchester in the UK.
Where do you call home?
It's a difficult one, but I've lived in many places around the world, but I think Sydney, Australia is home for me now.
What's the name of your boat?
Iola. So next stop is St Lucia, because I've got to drop you off. You've got plans there.
Yes.
And then hopefully I'll be spending some time in the Caribbean, then going on to Panama, across the Pacific and to Australia. I've learnt not to make plans too far into the future because as we all know they change. So
Yeah.
this is not only the longest trip that I've done on this boat, but also the longest sail that I've done without being on land on any boat. given that we started off in some very light, fickle winds, if we can cross in 3 weeks on a boat this size, I think we've done phenomenally well.
So what advice would you give someone else who might be considering doing this particular trip in a boat of this size?
How many hours have you got? I don't know. Yeah, I think a lot of people get too worried about what's the right boat, is it the right size, have we got the right crew, and at the end of the day everything's a compromise, so you just need to get out there and do it.
Yeah.
You know, you can have lots of electronics, some of them will fail. At the end of the day, as we were joking the other day, people used to cross the ocean 200 years ago with a bit of wood and a piece of string with knots in it.
Yeah.
Well, we left Gran Canaria, I think, 2 or 3 days after the Ark fleet left, and most of those boats went the traditional route, which is south towards Cape Verde, and ended up in a bit of a hole with no wind just off the African coast. And now with weather routing apps, you get a very good view of the midterm forecast, and we had an opportunity basically to start off heading west out of Gran Canaria before we started to head south, and we managed to get through some light spells and have made really good time. And every day we've changed, downloaded the latest routing plan, and it's worked out really well.
The satellite contact that you've got through the Iridium, that's been invaluable. Would you be able to do it without that?
Yeah. So it might have taken a different route. It might have taken us a little bit longer. We might not have had the advantage of getting a daily weather update. Yeah. You could still do it without it.
Yes. Have there been any moments of serious concern?
I don't think so. I'm not sure about the crew, but not from the skipper's perspective.
That's an unfair question when we both were looking at him.
Not from the skipper's perspective, no. From a weather perspective, the worst because you joined me across Biscay, the worst weather that we've had was the very first day when we left Betheli to sail across to Ireland and went into Rosslare. Those are the worst winds and the worst seas that we've had, and the most uncomfortable night that we had on the boat. The rest has been, relatively straightforward.
Okay. So, other than the crew, what's been the biggest challenge on this crossing?
I think getting to shopping. No, I mean provisioning a boat for 3, possibly 4 weeks at sea.
Yeah.
And at the time initially we were looking at 4 people. For 4 people you've got to consider how you're going to keep fresh stuff, where you're going to stow everything on board. And thankfully, I was able to delegate to Jemima the meal plan and the shopping list, and that's worked out really well.
When do you think we're going to arrive in St Lucia? Hopefully into Rodney Bay. Tuesday today, so sometime on Thursday.
No, 2 days, I think.
Yeah.
So it'll be Tuesday, sometime on Thursday. Yeah. For the whole crossing, we've been averaging over 5 knots.
Yeah. Have you used all the sails you've got?
No, I've not used the storm jib. I've got some people say I've got too many sails on board and too much rope. But you never know when it's going to come in handy.
Well, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity of being able to cross the Atlantic. And so far, we're nearly over so far, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. The only thing I would say that I would wish that we didn't have, and that was the knocking and banging around when we're in the galley trying to cook.
I think I'm alright with it now, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a
challenge, isn't it?
That's, I think you get it on any boat, is when you're going dead downwind in an ocean swell, you're going to get a bit of rocking. So that has been challenging at times.
It has, yeah. How do you do a mast climb? Jemima wants to do a mast climb.
Right here, no,
Not right now.
now, I just mean whenever's convenient. If there's something stuck up there, I will retrieve it.
You're making a pirate flag.
Yes.
Where are we going to fly the pirate flag?
Where do you think would be the most intimidating place to fly it?
The masthead.
Masthead. It's going to be a badger with an eye patch wielding a cutlass. It's not very scary at the minute, but it will be scary.
Well, I'm going to do another bracelet. This one's for Laurence, because he hasn't got one. What have we got here?
Sir, can I have some more?
Salmon, pasta, capers, sweet potato and sweet corn.
Scrumptious.
Breakfast. Eating from a can. Sleep alright.
I'm thinking about it.
Jemima is about to fly her pirate badger flag. It's been a labour of love for quite a few hours. So that's it. Keep that in your hand as well. Slide it through your hand.
I will make some adjustments when it comes down.
Coming down at twilight.
Why?
The longer you leave a flag flying, the less time it stays in good condition.
Our progress was excellent when compared to that of the ark boats on their day 21 position.
What is your hat supposed to be?
What do you mean, what is my hat supposed to be?
Is it like a tiara?
There was some tin foil underneath the oven, and I thought, well, I might as well just stick that on it. So. Merry Christmas. Almost there. And we will be arriving tomorrow. Yippee!
Oh, he's trying his best.
Nearly there. Whoa! Morning. You're getting the funky watch. The funky watch.
Sorry. Don't you have a bunk to go to?
Yes, I do. Yeah. I'm just saying that Jemima's got the funky watch.
Funky one.
Yeah, the one where it's everything's going to happen.
Oh, what, everything is going to happen?
Yeah, when we start to get very close to land and.
It will be in a minute. Very cool. Right, well, fill me in then. What's funky?
So we don't want to come too far south. We're at the end of the island.
Okay.
So we want to get back onto this track and then start coming up round.
Go around the other side
round
of
the back of the
yeah.
island, yeah.
So 258, you said?
That's the bearing to 22. So as long as we're slowly closing this gap between converging on this line, we're fine.
Right.
About an hour ago, we passed a little fishing vessel.
Oh my god.
That just had one small light showing. So
Right, so it's like actively look around all the time.
yeah, I'm assuming that was what it was.
Yeah.
And then closer to shore there are various marks and fish aggregating devices which will be lit. And keep an eye on here as well for AIS targets. Other than that, we're about 6 hours away from our destination, which is the anchorage just here.
You get all the fun, don't you?
The minute we saw the goose wing.
Yeah, so we're just still running before the wind now. And the wind's still around 22 knots.
Did you see it quite? Did you have to actively maneuver around it?
No. But if you do see anything that is close ahead of us, or is ahead of us, wake me.
Okay.
Say that again.
Your record is safe.
That's okay. I did come out. What woke me up was the fact that we were zinging along and thinking we must be doing more than 7 knots.
That woke you up.
We see land yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Very cool. It's like the first watch I might actually have to do something. Is it going to be all hands on deck as soon as we get near, or as soon as it gets daylight? I don't know.
Well, we'll be anchoring in darkness.
Yay. Oh yeah, anchoring in darkness.
Yeah.
Very good.
Right. Have a good watch.
Thank you. Sweet dreams.
It's not exactly Caribbean weather, Skipper. What are you doing to us?
Right, we're in the Caribbean, so this must be Caribbean weather. But underneath my lightweight waterproofs, I have shorts and a t-shirt on.
Oh, that's all right.
And I'm in bare feet.
Well, it is warm.
And I don't have a woolly hat on, so it is warm.
Yeah. That's not how we were supposed to be arriving. Sunny Caribbean.
Did you read the small print?
Well, here they come. 3 weeks, 1 day since they set off from Las Palmas. Iola and her crew.
Iola, I've just been in touch.
Yeah.
Welcome to Lucia. This is what they call liquid sunshine over here.
That way, Laurence. And I'm going to have to race down the other end of the pontoon so I can see them actually come in.
There's a grave out that side, isn't there?
The art people here helping us.
Go about a metre, Andrew. You want to stop? Just that? Beautiful.
Yeah.
you want this line back on again and just look around the fleet?
Yes, yeah, just to secure it.
Oh, you want to secure it? Okay, thank you.
Captain,
You're welcome.
first mate, and crew, Jemima. Good girl.
There you are, well done. Here you fellas.
Skipper first. Thank you very much.
Adam?
Oh no, you go for that's a bigger one.
Oh, I don't know about that then.
Well, cheers, guys.
Well done, crew.
Well done.
Support crew. Well done, pal.
Well done. All of you. Oh.
Oh, cheap communicator.
Well, it's really nice, like when you sort of get in, obviously, like it's been this like massive, like physical, emotional journey for all of us. I like to have somebody at the other end being like, "Whoa, you made it!" Yeah.
Tastes good?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Well, let's hope the AIS is still working.